NBA. A look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Andre Drummond. And it's George in at the 2. And for Toronto, they've got Scotty Barnes. R.J. Barrett out there with Brandon Ingram. Then it's Chris Boucher. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Well, you look at the form on Ingram's catch-and-shoot jumpers, it's textbook. He's got excellent posture. His hands are in a good position, and most importantly, he's ready to shoot it when he catches it.
Count that bucket.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic, and the conversation quickly turned to Embiid. Coach said, we know he can be unstoppable, but we're hoping to slow him down just a little. Double teams might be a part of that, but I don't want to give away all of our tricks. So it sounds like Joel can expect a lot of defensive pressure tonight.
Thank you for that, Allie. And so here is Toronto. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. Outside for Ingram. Screen. 6 on the shot clock. No one near him. Drummond grabs the miss.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, wasn't able to cash in.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. George has got 5 points.
You've got to be alert to where George is out on that perimeter, because that jumper of his has become dangerous.
Barrett finds Barnes. Back to Barrett. Barnes with a screen on Maxey. Barrett. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Good awareness that time to put the shot right back up before the defense could react.
And foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Shot is good by Barrett.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Embiid, a screen on Barrett. Here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Toronto.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
There's a screen. Here's Barnes. Outside for Ingram. Now here's Pirtle. Pirtle with a screen on Oubre. The shot by Ingram, no good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
George outside. Pass to Drummond. Over Pirtle. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Now here's Pirtle, still without a bucket. It's stolen by Maxey. Oubre on the wing, covered by Boucher. Embiid, a screen on Ingram. George, a deep three. Offensive rebound. Oh, he misses the dunk.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Pirtle with a screen on George. Here's Ingram. Joel Embiid with the board. The 76ers have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control.
Oh, my goodness! Disrespectful.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And this will be his second trip to the free throw line. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
And this will be his third and fourth free throws of the game here. He's off on the first.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
76ers trail by 4. Outside Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Barrett. With the teardrop. Pass to Embiid. George outside. 5 to shoot. And here's Oubre from the arc. Kicks it to George. There's the 3. Connects from downtown. George has got 10.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
R.J. Barrett, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Toronto. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Drummond to screen on Barnes. George passes to Drummond. Let's go with a 3. And George gets it to go on the assist from Drummond. 13 points in the game.
Yeah, this guy certainly knows how to take over a game. I wonder who made George mad tonight. They're paying for it now.
An open look for Ingram. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And Oubre gets it to go.
Proving right there he's a team player who wants to get his guys involved. I like seeing George make those passes.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Now here's Boucher. Still no points. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Ingram clearly on the attack there, not allowing the defense to do anything with that dunk.
Screen by Embiid. To the left wing. 3-pointer. Hurdle grabs a miss. Toronto trailing. Barnes passes to Ingram. Back to Barnes. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Maxey passes to George. Screen by Embiid. George against Barnes. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket. And we're going to get a coach's challenge here. From his point of view, the officials did not get it right on the goaltending call.
This play will be reviewed after the AUA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Exclusive evidence never comes into effect more than on these calls.
Well, that's what's great about the coach's challenge on calls like this. We're able to slow down the action. action and see exactly where the ball is when it's touched. Hard to do that in real time. And they're going to reverse the goaltending call. After a closer look, they determined they misjudged that one.
And these rulings are why the challenge system exists. A goaltending violation can be such a fine line.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. For Toronto, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Here's Barrett. And he lays it up and in. Now it's a 3-point Raptor lead. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up, Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, BA. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play. Trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you. When Maxey has the ball, you got to keep him from getting downhill, or he's just going to take those points.
Maxey against Barrett. Outside for Ingram. This one for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. 1:46 left in the second. George with it. Now guarded by Barrett. From outside the arc. Colonel grabs a miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Ingram. Back to Pirtle. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Pirtle's got his first bucket in this one.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's George. 13 points in the game. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
PG-13, using that length inside.
Here's Ingram. Pass to Pirtle. Barrett against Maxey. Barrett passes to Boucher. Back to Barrett. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
Yeah, this is the kind of scorer Barrett can be. When he's playing to his strengths, he can catch fire.
And it's Maxey missing. The Raptors have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Barnes passes to Ingram. 20 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. The 3. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Oh, and the dunk by George!
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance, spruce it up a little bit.
Well, these teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got it off in time.
While this call may not decide the game, I always prefer to get it right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. And the new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Paul George has been sensational.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
They've got Dick, and it's Mobo in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. For 3, Lowry. And it's Toronto with a rebound. To the paint. Here's Battle, guarded by Edwards. From the arc. Walker pulls down the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Yabusele for the lead. Takes a three. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Here's Abaji. Walker covering. Abaji, pass to Dick. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Lowry surveys the D. Drives to the hoop. Here's Yabusele. Drills it from deep. He has 6.
A good display of Lowry's court vision there. Nice feed to the open man.
Here's Mobo. Lays it up and banks it in.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here he goes. Abaji uses the glass on the layup.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
And so it's Walker with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. 3-point lead. Out to the right wing. They set the pick. And the jam by Walker.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Mobo. On the wing, Grady Dick. He's guarded by Lowry. Dick, the pass to Abaji. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Here's Edwards. Up again. And Castleton pulls it down. Raptors trail by 4. Outside Dick. Pass to Abaji. The Raptors need to get off a shot. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Philadelphia ball.
Philadelphia leading by 4. 1:27 left in the third. Outside Walker from downtown. No luck on that one. The Raptors have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Abaji. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now just a 2-point Philadelphia lead.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Perhaps the case simply that some kind of motivational speeches at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it. You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Slam home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Raptors trail by 8. Outside Dick. Right wing. Here's Abaji. He's got 6. And down it goes. jam that one home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And they're on the run. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That'll belong to Kyle Lowry. Toronto shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Both teams will make substitutions. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Maxey. Lets the 3 fly. No good on the buzzer beater. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Raptors trail by 4. And the 76ers looking at who they've got. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's George. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Barrett passes to Pirtle. Back to Barrett. Over Maxey. Barrett can't hit.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Up top, Maxey. Guarded by Barrett. Back to Maxey. To the inside. And a fast break now for the Raptors. And the finish on the break with the slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. George finds Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Oubre. Puts up a 3.
Well, the long limbs of Ingram come into play on defense, bothering shooters with his length and his hustle.
Pirtle, the pass to Ingram. To take the lead. He buries it from 3. Oh, couldn't have asked for a more hotly contested game.
These teams have swapped the lead 8 times. I believe it's coming down to the wire.
The kick out to Maxey. 3-pointer. Nails it from 3.
Big time answer by Maxey. Boy, was he dialed in there.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Picked by Pirtle. Outside Ingram. Fires the 3. He can't get that one to fall. And George with some nice D. 4th quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Pass to Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Ingram. Here's Maxey. Kicks it to George. Drummond passes to Embiid. 3-pointer. With 1 on the clock. And the jam by Drummond.
Really a good decision turning to Drummond in this spot. Needing a big basket, and he goes and gets it.
Shot is good by Barrett.
And you know Barrett wants the ball in his hands, especially on these big possessions.
Maxey against Barrett. Pass to Embiid. There's a minute 54 left in the 4th quarter here. Here's Mobo. Takes it inside. And a nice finish on the layup. Mobo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Embiid misses.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
I I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
The kick out to Maxey. Drummond to screen on Barrett. Second chance shot. Maxey passes to Drummond. Out to the wing. Second shot opportunity. Can't get it to drop. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Maxey against Barrett. Pass to Pirtle. Fires the three. Drummond grabs the miss. Ingram against Oubre. Over to the left wing. Now Embiid. Maxey surveys. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Philadelphia with another miss. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Shot to stop the run. Pass to Drummond. Now here's Embiid. It's George on the wing. So a close game sees Toronto taking this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves.
There should be plenty of... Action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position.
Well, we call that a high percentage shot for Mr. Evan Mobley. He gets after it in there.
Barrett kicks to Ingram. They set the pick. Takes the three. And the three ball is good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here's Mitchell. Beyond the arc. And Pirtle pulls it down. Shoots it out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
Yeah, they do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
The try.
Oh, that's unbelievable. How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
The kick out to Barnes. Back to Ingram. The tray. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Ingram's got 6.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Hunter. Shoots from the elbow. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
Pirtle finds Barrett. And the layup's good off the glass.
This is a relentless scorer who is unafraid to work on the inside. In the paint, RJ making his presence felt.
Now, here's Mitchell. It's good from long range. He has 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Mobley against Barnes. Basket counts.
You get the sense Scotty Barnes is very comfortable in the painted area. That's easy work.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Darko Rajakovic and I got a chance to talk for a little bit. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. When you think about Scotty Barnes, Doris, it's amazing how good he already is.
Kev, it's remarkable that he can affect almost every aspect of the game at a high level, meaning he can guard the opponent's best player, but he can also fill up the box score on the offensive end. Points, assists, rebounds, he can do it all.
Here's Mitchell, and Barnes sends it back.
Boy, big-time denial from Scotty Barnes. Use that frame to your advantage.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Barnes against Mitchell. Hunter down low. 3 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. A nice shot by Mobley.
Boy, everyone seems to want a three-point shot now. Clearly something Evan Mobley is working towards.
Here's Barrett. Mitchell comes up with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. Ingram with it. Guarded now by Okoro. Mobo can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Here's Mobley. Back to Hunter. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Out to the right wing. Barnes outside. Ingram outside. Fires at the elbow. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, that's Scotty Barnes doing one of the things he does best, getting after the offensive glass.
Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Here's Ingram. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 2. And whoop. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at the 3.
What a big-time athlete. Scotty Barnes sprinting to the cup with effectiveness.
Mitchell outside. Takes it off the glass. Mitchell's got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Cavs.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Barrett dishes to Ingram. Here's the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Ingram's got 9.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
Mobley the pass to Allen. Mobley outside. Kicks it out to Allen. Cracks in the tray. Allen's got the lead up to 2 now for the Cavs. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Mobo, covered by Hunter. Now here's Ingram. He's got 9. Mobo can't hit. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Here's Hunter. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. Barnes against Mobley. Good D by Mobley. Cleveland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Count that bucket. And it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
Well, showing some craftiness with the ball. Okoro looking opportunistic on the offensive end.
Here's Barrett. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
For three, Mitchell. Cleveland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And yes, it's good.
Well, this guy's such a reliable presence on the glass. Jared Allen using that length to save the play.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pass to Mobo. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Mobley outside. 1:30 left to play here in the half. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Hands it from downtown. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Donovan Mitchell cooking right now. Things look easy on the offensive end.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half. To the inside, and Mobley throws it down.
Mobley may be thin of frame, folks, but showing you he's willing and able to absorb the contact and make the play anyway.
Cleveland shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And it's Isaac Okoro with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Ingram outside. Boucher sets a screen for Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Going for a dunk, Ingram uses that physicality, clearing the defense out of his way.
Allen a screen on Barnes. Mitchell passes to Allen. 23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Mobley misses. Pass to Barnes. Here's Mobo.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
The first one falls. And so he hits both. 5 seconds left in the first half. Just 3 on the clock. And Mobley throws it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Cavaliers lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Scotty Barnes.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We've got Chris Boucher, and it's battle in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
And here's Garland for 3. That shot off. Toronto trailer. Inside, Castleton. And the layup falls. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Garland left side. Pass to Wade. Thompson outside. Cleveland moving the ball around. The screen from Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Garland. Plays it up and banks it in.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
From outside the arc, and it's Toronto with the rebound.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
You never want to foul a jump shooter. Dick certainly qualifies as one.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. He misses the free throw.
At the line for your Raptors.
Good on the second free throw.
Boy, the missed free throw there, keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Cleveland has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Dick can't get it to go.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Strus passes to Thompson. It's Strus on the wing. Still scoreless. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Raptors have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. That bucket in no time at all. And the Raptors lead by 3.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Garland with the bucket. Garland's got his second basket.
So many ways Darius Garland can score. That floater game is on point.
Here's Dick, guarded by Garland. Drills it from outside. Abaji's got the lead up to 4 now for the Raptors.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Right side, Garland. Strus kicks to Garland. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Garland's got 7 points.
Oh, Darius Garland asserting himself. The answer back from distance.
Back to Dick. The 3. They get it back. Here's Abaji. That 3 off the mark. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Here's Dick. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 6 points for Grady Dick.
Oh, good balance from Dick. Able to take the contact and still score inside.
Now, here's Strus. Defense right on him. Swiped away. Here's Dick. Guarded by Green. Pass to Battle. Back to Dick. From deep. Here's Battle. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. The 3. Dick can't get it to go. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. The wide open shot from Strus. Off target from outside. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Toronto. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Garland, Wade out there with Thompson. Then it's Max Strus, and it's Green in at the 2 spot. When they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And here's Ingram from the arc. Pirtle kicks to Ingram, lets it go from deep, bangs home the trifecta.
In working away from the ball, Ingram thrives in the catch and shoot. A player you have to stay connected to on defense.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Hunter. Mobley, a screen on Barrett. Hunter no good. Raptors with the lead. Here's Mobo. Ingram wide open. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
On the wing, Mitchell. All sorts of time. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Second team foul.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Pirtle. The kick out to Barnes. Looking for Ingram. He gets it in there. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Here's Mitchell. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Allen, a screen on Barnes. Mitchell wide open. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds in this game. Moba. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Down low, here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
I'll tell you, important moment for Evan Mobley. Meeting the moment with a big shot. That's big time.
They double him with Mitchell. Pass to Mobo. Barnes with it. And stolen by Mobley. To the inside. And stolen by Barnes. It's Barrett on the wing. Defended by Allen. Stolen by Allen. To tie it up. Mobley outside. Tries the spin move. Mitchell outside. Mobley inside. He's covered by Ingram. Over in the corner, Allen. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Toronto's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Mitchell against Barrett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Barnes. Good D by Mobley.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
A nice shot by Okoro.
You love how hard Okoro works for his team and makes himself right there a good option in the catch-and-shoot game.
Ingram finds Pirtle. Back to Ingram. Barnes sets a screen for Ingram. Pass to Pirtle. Stolen by Okoro. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. For three, Ingram. And again, Toronto no up. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul. 29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Barnes against Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Here's Mobley. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. The coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, out of the wire. This is what it's for.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers.
At center.
Welcome, everybody. Here are the 5 for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at the 3. And for Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey is out there with George. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Kelly Oubre, and it's Drummond in at the 5. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Easy for the big man Allen to get up and throw it down.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Embiid. Here's George. Screen by Embiid. From deep three-point land. George, that one's good.
With an efficient jump shot and limitless confidence, man. I'll tell you what, George is a threat from just about anywhere on the floor.
Now here's Mitchell. Driving inside. Drummond grabs the miss. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Maxey. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Remarkable work in transition. Maxey just overwhelms the defense when the break is on.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
4 on the clock. Hunter can't get it to go. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
George outside. Pass to Embiid. 5 on the clock. Launches the 3.
On defense, it's all about Mobley's length. That's how he smothers shooters.
Screen by Embiid. For 3, George drains the triple. George has got 6.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Mitchell against George. Now here's Mitchell. Defense right on it. Cleveland again missing.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Now, I understand he's a large human, but the defense has to be better. You can't let Embiid get whatever he wants inside.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, "Baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift." Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Hunter, a screen on George. Mitchell, the pass to Hunter. Minute 32 left to play in the first. And another miss by Cleveland. The 76ers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. George, right side. And George with the jam.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Now here's Mitchell. No points so far. Allen, pass to Okoro. Allen with a screen on Maxey. Puts up a deep three, and Okoro gets it to go.
And you have to guard him out there. I mean, he can do damage from deep, even from way beyond the arc.
George feels it out a bit. Counted from distance. George has got 11 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. George outside. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Mitchell against George. Pass to Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And here's Hunter from the arc. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Philadelphia 70s. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And the other thing you notice is...
Oh, Donovan Mitchell! He's got springs in those legs!
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You can tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Mitchell against George. Outside Mitchell. Inside. Here's Mobley. Allen outside. On the take. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
George passes to Drummond, and here's Embiid. Plenty of space. Jump shot is good that time. Embiid's got 6 here in the quarter.
Look, and he knows he has the green light. Embiid's kind of attitude in these moments just makes him even more lethal.
George with it, and it's Hunter picking him up. George passes to Drummond, and the jam by Drummond.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there. I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
It's George on the drive. That one goes. Count it. George has got 13 now.
You gotta like the momentum on George's drive, cutting into the defense and clearing himself a path.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And the league has cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only one day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
George against Mitchell. To the middle. It's stolen by Drummond. Pass break, Philadelphia. And here's Oubre from the arc. George, the second chance points on the tip in. He's got 15.
They're usually not a huge presence on the offensive glass, but George attacks this time.
And it's Mitchell penetrating. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight. For 3, George. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Here's Allen. There's the 3. And it's Mitchell, that time on the assist by Allen. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
Pass to Drummond. Into the lane. Now Embiid. It's George on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. A deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the 76ers lead by 18. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 15-5 run. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
It's George on the wing. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of this game.
Yeah, it seems like George could do this all night. He just keeps finding shots.
Mitchell against George. Soft touch off the glass. Mitchell's got 9.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Up top, George. Hunter covering. Embiid, a screen on Hunter. Here's George. Oh, and the dunk by George!
I like when Paul looks to score inside because he's more than capable of dunking it through.
Outside Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on George. The putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Paul George. He's field. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up that shot.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Paul George has been sensational.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
We've got Walker. He's out there with Kyle Lowry. And it's Edwards in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Walker. Thompson pulls it in. Cavaliers trail by 18. On the wing, Strus. Guarded by Edwards. Strus the pass to Garland. Pass to Wade. Shot clock at 6. Off target from outside. Philadelphia's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Walker for 3. Strus grabs the miss. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Wade misses. The Sixers lead by 18. Edwards with it. Now Thompson defending. Bona. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
One shot.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Oh, and that range is being stretched. Garland showing he's up for that challenge.
Walker passes to Lowry. The three is up. Walker's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Right side Strus to the inside. Back to Wade. The three ball. The rebound by Yabusele. The 76ers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And Max Strus picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Green against Lowry. Outside Walker. And here's Edwards outside. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. Edwards got his first 3 points of the game.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is. Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Lowry outside. Here's the teardrop. Here's Yabusele. Back to Lowry. Pass to Walker. 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. They get it again. Unable to get that one. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And a deep 3 from Strus. Hits a three-pointer. Strus has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And it's Javonte Green with a foul. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
It's Walker on the wing. Here's Yabusele. Back to Lowry. 6 to shoot. Let's go with a 3. And the three-pointer goes. And the 76ers lead by 19.
You know, you kind of expect the big threes like that from Lowry.
Lowry with a steal. Pass to Bona. Here's Edwards. Driving inside. And Edwards slams it in.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Garland for 3. No luck on that one.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Down low. Here's Bona. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And just a shrewd pass by Lowry. He has a gift for seeing what's happening on the floor and finding shooters. Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
Lowry against Green. Pass to Edwards. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. It's his first trip to the line.
Fourth team foul.
And he knocks down the first one. We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
Right side Garland. Outside Strus. Off the mark there with a 3. Lowry surveys the D to the paint. Here's Bona. And the dunk to to finish it off. A beauty.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
And so it's Philadelphia up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Max Strus is out there with Dean Wade. Then it's Darius Garland. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Green in at the 2. Maxey against Garland. Thompson a screen on Maxey. Garland for 3. Knocks down the triple. Garland's got 10 points here in the second half.
And Garland can get going from deep, which is why you can't give him very much space.
George outside. Outside Maxey. Pass to Oubre. From deep. Fires in the triple.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Here's Garland. An easy 2 on the layup. Garland's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And I like it. The game plan is simple. Keep getting Garland the ball. It is that simple, and it's working.
And they go to the intentional foul.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
George passes to Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Come on, B.A. Emphatic slam from a player who does it better than most.
Oh, defense optional when the freight train is coming.
Always in attack mode. We see him do this night after night.
Mitchell against George. Outside Mitchell. 5 on the clock. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
The speed and confidence of Mitchell on display. A master at knifing his way to the rim.
Here's George. And a foul. Head coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use
his second personal foul. Third team foul.
Slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
George outside. It's stolen by Hunter. Allen outside. Oubre against Mitchell. Wide open look. Allen, the pass to Hunter. George with a steal. From behind the arc. Cavaliers with a rebound. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now. And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul of the game. The Cavs have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth.
Remaining in the game, 2 minutes.
Outside Mitchell. Driving to the basket, and Mitchell with the slam.
This is legit showmanship right here. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the tomahawk there.
That's more than just getting 2 points. That was sending a clear message.
Is that an answer or what? He just one-upped him real good.
Those two relish going at each other, don't they? Out left to the wing. Here's Embiid. That one's in there. Drummond with the assist.
This is why they feed Embiid. His teammates trust his ability to get the job done.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Mitchell against George. Mitchell with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. There's the triple. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the 76ers.
Their transition game was the standout for me. Created a lot of extra pressure pushing the ball.
I agree. They took control of the tempo and were really dictating the terms of the game.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Paul George.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Hunter against George. And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
George passes to Drummond. On the take. And the jam by Drummond.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Mitchell. Drummond grabs the miss. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Cleveland foul. Isaac Okoro. That's his second personal foul. Fourth team.
That's good from George.
At the line for Philadelphia,
George hits them both. Now here's Mitchell. Fires away from way out there.
From long range. Did you see where he shot that from?
How about that? Fires from way outside. Misses the shot. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Let's meet the starting.
We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. They've got Scotty Barnes. Brandon Ingram's out there with Barrett. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Mobo in at the 4 spot. Here's Barrett, and Barrett slams it in.
Barrett's instincts on the move and on the fast break are something that this offense will benefit from.
Here's Maxey, and slam dunk by Maxey.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Barnes sets a screen for Barrett. Barnes up top. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That'll be a jump ball.
Toronto with the ball. It's Ingram on the wing. 5 on the clock. Wide open. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And Ingram really could handle either part of that pick and roll. He could be the screener, and then he could roll, or he could score off it. Nice option.
There aren't too many players with this. Oh!
Yeah. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Barrett against Maxey. Now, here's Barrett. He's covered closely, misses in close. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. So we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling the guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. George with the ball. Now guarded by Pirtle, and he makes that one.
That's a tough shot for a lot of people, but PG makes it look easy.
Barrett kicks to Ingram. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Philadelphia's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Barnes against Maxey. Outside for George. Embiid sets the pick for George. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
A three-pointer is right on target. Ingram's got 5.
They expect Brandon Ingram to give them a constant inside-outside threat. He's got the go-ahead from three-point line whenever he wants it.
Here's Embiid outside for George. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. He's got 7.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Now, Barrett getting down low doesn't mean he can't be aggressive. He was on that play.
Maxey looking it over. Pass to Embiid. 1:21 left here in the first quarter. Maxey finds George. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And George's guys encourage him to just fire away. They know he's lethal from there.
Here's Ingram. And he makes good on the layup. 7 points for Brandon Ingram.
Their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
In the corner, Drummond with it. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid with the screen on Ingram. Back to Embiid. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Barnes outside. Plays it up off the glass.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Drummond with a screen on Barnes. George passes to Drummond. Drummond sets the screen for Maxey. Drummond is right there.
If you didn't run one play for Drummond all night, he still might get into double digits. He's that much of a force on the offensive glass.
Barnes, screen on George. The kick out to Barnes. It's tipped. Now, here's George. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the 76ers.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
I love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Tyrese Maxey out there with Paul George. Then there's Oubre. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey. But Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Embiid sets the pick for George. Pass to Embiid. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Embiid's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers. Barrett with the ball. Now defended by Oubre. Barrett with the ball. He's got 6, and here is Barnes. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there.
Barrett against Drummond, and stolen by Drummond. George with no one around, and it's off from 3-point range. Raptors trail by 4. And it's Barrett penetrating, and Barrett slams it in.
RJ does such a nice job of just changing speeds out there. And when he does that and picks the right angle, he'll score.
Here's Maxey. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
And Pirtle pulls it down. Toronto, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And here's Ingram from the arc.
Paul George instincts right there, just taking over that possession. He's using his length right there to take away a lot of airspace for the shooter.
A minute 50 left in the second quarter. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Here's Mobo. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game. Maxey kicks to Embiid. From deep, George gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
George has been assertive in this one, shouldering the load offensively.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And this is where that length shows off on particular plays like that. Still able to score.
Embiid with the screen on Barnes. George. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Barrett against Maxey. Counted, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Barrett.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And it's George finishing it off.
Love when PG's just aggressive in close, just punishing the rim that time.
And Barrett slams it in.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Embiid, the pass to Maxey. Outside, George, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. 6 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Barrett with 1 on the clock. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. 76ers on top. They lead by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. We've got Grady Dick. He's out there with Walter. And it's Castleton in at the center, filling out the middle. Driving the lane, Walter, good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Out to the right wing. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Here's Castleton. Edwards defending. A nice shot by Castleton.
He hits his first attempt of the half. Not what you'd call suffocating D on that possession.
Here's Lowry. Pass to Bona. Out to Edwards. 76ers moving the ball around. No good from outside. Toronto trailing. Picked away. Here's Bona. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
There's a good screen. Pass to Castleton. And the 3 off target.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Castleton. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Lowry kicks to Yabusele.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside, Walker. Clock at 6. On target from 13 feet. Walker's got his first 2 points.
Got to talk on defense that left him all alone.
There's the pick. Here's Dick. And he converts the layup.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Bona. Here's Yabusele. Now Lowry.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Fires the three. Abaji pulls it in. Toronto, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Abaji can't get it to go. The 76ers leading by 4. Edwards looking it over. 1:24 left in the third. There's a screen. Puts up a deep 3. Boucher with the rebound. Raptors trail by 4. Here's Dick. Pass to Walter. Buries the long-range jumper. Walter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Lowry. Here's Bona. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Well, Lowry sees the breakdown, and then he knows the guy's going to be open. The delivery that was.
Now Dick. Pass to Boucher for the tie. The rebound by Yabusele.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
They set the pick. Outside Lowry. Here's Yabusele. Here's Bona. Boucher with the rebound. Fast break Toronto. Here's Abaji. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Joel Embiid out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Maxey. Then it's George. And it's Drummond in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
To the middle, here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Embiid with a screen on Ingram. Maxey against Ingram. High arcing shot rejected by Ingram.
Ingram has that length to still be an effective shot blocker.
5 to shoot. Here's Maxey. Hits the three-point bomb. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Barrett, no good. It's tipped. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Yep, it counts.
R.J. Barrett on a roll right now. Let's see if he continues to score or starts to set some guys up.
And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. No good on that one. Good D by Barnes. To tie it up. And he lays it up and in. Barnes has got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That is his first foul of the game. And here's George for 3. The putback, and Drummond is right there.
Well, give him 2 points, give him 1 rebound, and give him some rosin for those fingertips on the jam.
They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. 3-pointer by Embiid. Drains it from beyond the arc. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and able to knock it away.
Needing a bucket, Andre Drummond goes and gets it.
Here's Barrett. Good again. He's on tonight, 9 for 13 shooting.
Wow, Barrett not giving up and making a difference.
Embiid the screen. Pass to Drummond. Back to George.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Drummond. Now here's Embiid. 4 on the shot clock. Embiid sets the pick for Oubre. Embiid punches it down.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. And he's always ready to go on the attack.
Here's Mobo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight. Paul George stepping up big time.
1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Ingram passes to Barrett. No good with the triple. The 76ers leading by 5. Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Scotty Barnes.
That's his second.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
And here's George. Fires the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Ingram outside. Pass to Barrett. And Poeltl has it in the corner. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Maxey kicks to Oubre. The 76ers with another miss. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Ingram from the arc. Knocks down the trifecta.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Here's George. To the wing on the left. Drummond dishes to Embiid. For the win. Oh, that shot shot and a chance, but no good. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. This
and going through their pregame warm-ups, trying to get loosened. A great way to finish the week. Certainly, on paper, this game is something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected to win by a large margin. Because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
So the Raptors starting five. We've got Chris Boucher, R.J. Barrett out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's Barnes, and it's Mobo in at the 4. Ingram laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Anytime Ingram gets a look that close in, it's a great trip down the floor.
Now Mitchell fires from deep. On target from range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Ingram. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Mitchell.
The length of Ingram poses issues for defenders, which is why he gets fouled a lot.
And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
Now here's Barrett. To the middle. Here's Mobo. Blocked! It's 2-on-1. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
This guy does such an incredible job getting up and down the floor. Jared Allen's athleticism makes him a force in transition.
Ingram on the wing. Guarded by Kuro. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Now here's Mitchell. He has 6. Pass to Allen. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
And so here is Toronto. Ingram on the wing, covered by Mobley. Back to Ingram. Here's the 3. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
At 7 feet, sneaking shots past Mr. Mobley is not easy. Send it back, Evan.
The Raptors have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Barrett. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Pass to Hunter. Launches it. Rebounded by Ingram.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We got to talking about Brandon Ingram, and I asked how Coach thought they might limit him tonight. Coach told me, well, there's nothing we can do about his size and his length, so we're hoping just to frustrate him and keep him off balance by getting up in his business and contesting shots. Hopefully that plan pans out for them, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Mitchell. Toronto making their last shot.
2 minutes.
1:56 left to play in the first quarter. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Outside for Ingram. Barnes with it. Ingram with a screen on Mobley. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Mobo. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Out to Mobley. Okoro outside. Mitchell against Barnes. Allen with a screen on Barnes. Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Man, that is a big-time, tough finish. Evan Mobley doesn't back down.
Barrett with it, picked up by Allen. And out of bounds, the Cavs will take it.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
.51 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Okoro. Back to Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. Barnes with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Now, R.J. Barrett wants to get in transition and get a basket before the defense can settle in.
Okoro outside. Barnes against Mitchell. Allen with a screen on Barnes. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Raptors trail by 3. Now here's Ingram. He's got 5. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Ingram's got 8 points.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. It's a tie game in Cleveland. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. We've got R.J. Barrett, also Brandon Ingram out there, Chris Boucher out there with Barnes, and it's Mobo in at the power forward. Now here's Mitchell. The 3 is up. Again, the miss by Mitchell. Barnes with it, guarded now by Okoro. Barnes in the post. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball doors.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
Oh, and Mobley with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Mobley touched it last. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Barrett. And he makes it. Barrett's gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, you talk about a gifted finisher. R.J. Barrett, soft touch on the interior.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But, Graham, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Doris, back in January 2023, Donovan Mitchell became the 5th player to ever score 71 in a game.
Think about this, Brian. Just wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, and David Robinson had done it before Donovan Mitchell. Incredible company he keeps.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021. And his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie.
The Spider is attacking right now. Very few guys can score it as quickly or as easily.
Barrett against Mitchell. Outside for Ingram. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get off a shot. The 3 from Barnes. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Hunter. Oh my goodness! Tucked it back and fired it home.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point because when you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, the big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
Toronto on D. Outside Mitchell. Allen with a screen on Barnes. Inside. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, why settle for the layup when you can finish with authority? Mr. Allen on the dunk.
It's Barrett on the wing. Checked by Mitchell. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. There's a minute 47 left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Boucher. Ingram on the wing. Clock at 6. 4-3. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Yeah, the fluid shooting motion of Ingram makes him a real threat to knock down these corner triples.
Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. 1:16 left in the first half of basketball.
The big guy attacking the rim. The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Here's Mobo. Pass to Ingram. Outside Barrett. For 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. On the wing, Mitchell. The 3. On the wing, Mitchell. Down low. Here's Hunter. Oh, rejected by Boucher.
Well, that's the 6'9" frame of Chris Boucher. Send it back, young sir.
And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Kicks it out to Barrett. Fires for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Barrett's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Well, you have to understand, spacing is provided when you can make threes. R.J. Barrett delivers.
Out to Mobley. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Raptors up by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. we've seen Donovan Mitchell really having a great game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Thompson out there with Dean Wade. Then it's Javonte Green. Then it's Darius Garland. And it's Strus in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 from Cleveland right now. To the wing, right side. For the lead. Rebound, Toronto. Doris, when we talk about young guards, few better than Darius Garland. What makes him great?
I think a few things, but I would start with the fact that he's a 3-level scorer. Knocks down the 3 with consistency, can get to his in-between, but also creative at the rim. The other thing I love, Brian, is that he defends with great intensity.
Pass to Thompson for the tie. Hurdle grabs a miss. Toronto leading by 3. Here's Abaji. Misses the 3. And Cleveland shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Right side, Strus. Garland with the ball. Hurdle grabs a miss. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Dick, the pass to Lawson. Here's Battle. Green covering. Pass to Lawson. Off with the layup. Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Wade. Garland to 3. Sinks it from distance. Garland's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. To the right side. And it's Javonte Green with a foul. That's his first foul of the game. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, we have each other's backs. That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. Quickly is checked in for Lawson. Here's Abaji, defended by Thompson. It gets the bucket.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
After their title in 2019, the Raptors have struggled to stay among the league's elite stores.
Well, think about it, PA. The driver of that title success was Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry. Both of those players are gone. Very hard to replace players of that caliber. Almost inevitable they were going to take a step back.
And it's Javonte Green with a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside Dick. Pass to Quickly. Back to Dick. Now here's Quickly. 4 on the clock. Now here's Dick. Covered by Strus.
A terrific job. Thompson relying on his length to get his arms up and challenge the shot.
For the lead. And there's Strus. That one's good. On the assist by Garland. And now a 3-point Cleveland lead. And here's Pirtle. Pass to Abaji. From downtown. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Now here's Strus. Now Garland. Guarded by Dick. And Garland gets doubled. Here's Wade. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
1:09 left in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Battle. On the wing, Grady Dick. Quickly outside. Here's Abaji. 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Quickly to end the run. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Thompson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Cleveland leading by 6. Garland finds Thompson. Outside Strus. Pass to Wade. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Quickly with the ball. He's picked up by Garland. Back to Quickly. And again, Toronto, no good. Here's Cleveland. They're on a 12-3 run. Got a piece of it. And it's Dick off the drive.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Cavaliers on top. They lead by 4.
Come on, everyone.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. They lead by 4. So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Chris Boucher, and it's Mobo in at the 4 spot. Allen with a screen on Barnes. 6 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. Cleveland needs to get off a shot from deep. Mobley. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Outside Ingram. The 3 is up. Drills it from deep.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
Barnes against Mitchell. Allen, the pass to Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on Barnes. To the inside. Mobley, no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Now here's Ingram. Not a lot of room. Boucher finds Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Boucher to take the lead. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern, right, B.A.? Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league.
Mitchell against Barnes. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Okoro on the wing, guarded by Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Allen with a screen on Ingram. Pulls up on the wing. Hunter, good. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Here's Ingram. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks.
Out to Mobley. Fires the 3. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
Well, despite pretty good contests on the interior, R.J. Barrett doesn't back down and makes it look easy.
Here's Okoro. Outside for Mitchell. The 3 is up. It's kept alive. Mobley finds Hunter. And so he draws the foul, and they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
Hunter, 2 shots. Your play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes on the clock.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Undaunted by the moment, R.J. Barrett with the delivery.
The kick to Hunter. The 3. Offensive rebound. Boucher against Allen. And there's the lob. Oh! Mitchell taking no chances.
Wow. Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
Boucher passes to Ingram. Kicks it out to Barrett. Fires for 3. He's rebounded by Okoro.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Outside Hunter. Outside Mitchell. Allen a screen. Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. Oh, good D by Boucher. Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his 3rd foul so far. Pirtle's checked in for Toronto. 55 seconds left to play in the 4th. Ingram on the wing. Guarded by Okoro. There's the 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
The 3 from Mitchell. Rebound Toronto. And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He reminded his team just how close this game is, saying, guys, we aren't out of this yet. We still have plenty of time left. Let's go out and execute our game plan, and I promise you, we will win this game. Let's see how they come out of this timeout, Brian.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Making the most of his trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. Here's Okoro. Outside Mitchell. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And no luck that time either. Cleveland calls timeout. They're down by 4. Guys, what do you think?
And they need to execute fast out of this break.
The 3 from Mitchell. Cash. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1.
Now, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender...
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill...
attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Oubre. Then it's George. And it's Maxey in at the point. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Pass to Drummond. Here's Oubre. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Embiid. That one good for two.
Once he gets that low, there's nothing you can do about it. Embiid is a major handful inside.
Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Okay, two hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simply.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He kept off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
Now, here's Mitchell. Allen outside. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
Yes, that's a 5. Welcome to the new NBA where 6'11 centers like Allen have range, major range.
George passes to Embiid. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Shot clock at 6. Maxey with it, guarded by Hunter. Here's George, and it's sent back by Allen. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to slow the jam.
Are you kidding me?
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
And it's George again missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Buries it from three-point range. George has got 5 points so far.
Cannot let George get his feet set out on the perimeter. He'll bury it.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Earning a trip to the stripe that time. Allen constantly on the move, which makes him hard to guard.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he hit his foul shots a season ago at about a 74% clip.
And he sinks the second. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, great pass by Mitchell. He can run your offense, slide over to the 2 as well, giving you some great backcourt versatility.
Embiid finds Maxey. Six on the shot clock. Releases. With the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Cleveland leading by 5. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. Mitchell against George. Shot's good by Mitchell. 6 points for him.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
George against Hunter. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. They lead by 4. Allen, a screen on George. To the left side wing. Mobley wide open. Here's Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
Now, here's Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Back to Embiid. The 76ers need to get off a shot. The three from George. Oh, and he almost had a fourth. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
Paul George, 3 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And so it's Cleveland, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me, not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with the Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
Embiid wide open. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
A focal point in this offense, Embiid has no hesitation shooting off the catch.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
EA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. George against Mitchell. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. George looking over the floor. Pass to Embiid. A 3-ball. Great touch from 3 from Embiid.
And Embiid does have this range. I mean, it's something the defense has to respect.
Mitchell against George. Mitchell outside. The Cavaliers again can't hit. One-on-one here. Here's Embiid. Pass to Drummond. And Okoro pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The knee just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And he just goes from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And George kicks to Embiid. To the wing right side. George, that's a two-pointer. Second chance shot. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
The size and strength of Embiid, he is absolutely mammoth. Really hard to deal with. You may need a couple of guys to box him out.
George against Mitchell. Mobley a screen on George. Mitchell against George. Now here's Mitchell. D right on him. That one misses. George passes to Maxey. Back to George. Embiid the screen. And it's George missing. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Mitchell wide open. Sinks the triple. Mitchell's got 13.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Embiid showing you his agility.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
George against Mitchell. A kick out to Mobley. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 6 assists now in the game. The 76ers trail by 10. Outside, George. Pass to Embiid. George against Hunter. Outside, George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. That one, no good. And so it's Cleveland with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Back right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
He just loved the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Lonnie Walker. Edwards is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Lowry. And it's Bona in at the center. Wade sets the pick for Garland. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Garland's got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs. Lowry kicks to Walker. Back to Lowry. 76ers moving the ball around. Three-pointer. And Walker gets it to go on the assist by Lowry. Walker's got 6 here in this quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Garland with the bucket.
Fearless move by Garland inside, going for the high percentage shot.
On the wing, Walker. Outside, Edwards. Walker in the corner. Outside, Edwards. Lowry passes to Yabusele. Lowry kicks to Edwards. Pass to Yabusele. From past the arc. The Cavaliers pull it in. Now Strus. No scoring in this one. Outside Garland. Strus a screen on Lowry. And he finishes nicely on the way. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
Gritty bucket. Garland knows he's going to take contact, but does not back down. Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Green against Lowry. Outside, Walker. Pass to Bona. Outside for Lowry. Walker against Thompson. Three-pointer, Lowry.
And when Garland is engaged on D, it's a great sign for this team. And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Shakes him. He lays it in. Garland's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Out to Thompson. Back to Garland. Wade sets the pick for Garland. There's the triple. And it's Bona with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 8. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Lowry for three. The kick out to Walker. Here's Yabusele. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And now just a 5-point Cavalier lead.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Garland against Lowry. Garland, the pass to Thompson. Kicks it out to Garland. And here is Strus. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Walker with the drive. Pass to Yabusele. Three-pointer. Got that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Lowry.
And those are the shots that get your teammates fired up. Lowry with a huge shot in the arm.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. The Cavaliers again can't hit. To the paint. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Third quarter comes to a... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish. Play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
Yeah, and as a 2 guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter. So it was...
How do you guard that? I mean, Mitchell just toying with the defense.
76ers trailing. Maxey finds Drummond. Ball's knocked loose. Now here's Okoro, covered by Oubre. Here's Allen. Back to Okoro. Pass to Allen. On deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. George with the ball. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Puts up a deep three. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Mobley with the block. Hunter with it. George picks him up. Now here's Okoro. Tight defense on him. On the wing, Mitchell. Guarded by Embiid. Here's the three. And that's good. Donovan Mitchell for three. And now a 5-point Cavalier lead. Here's George. Pass to Embiid. Mobley finds Allen, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Maxey. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
And Drummond throws it down.
That is big boy, grown man strength right there by Drummond. Excels at brushing off the contact and then converting through tough defense.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Mobley a screen on George. 5 on the clock. And there's Mobley, and that's good on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Embiid sets the pick for George. Pass to Embiid. Oubre outside. George with no one around. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Mitchell against Oubre. Now here's Mitchell. He's tightly guarded, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Defensive foul. Kelly Oubre Jr. His first.
The 76ers trail by 8. Embiid with the screen on Hunter. And George kicks to Maxey. And it's Isaac Okoro with the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
George dishes to Drummond. Outside, George. Just 4 to shoot. Down low, Embiid. That ball with nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Cleveland leading by 6. Here's Allen. Mitchell outside. Back to Allen. The 3-pointer no good. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. There's the drive, and he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
Okoro passes to Mobley. Back to Okoro. Pass to Hunter. Cleveland moving it around. Mitchell outside. Embiid with the steal. George against Mitchell. Drummond sets the screen for George. The three. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Mitchell.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Here's George. Pass to Embiid. He's looking for a Okoro and finds him. Now, here's Mitchell. Driving in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kelly Oubre.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but